Hey yo, it's your Uncle Step, bro. And I want to talk to y'all real quick about the importance of smelling good as a man. Because some of y'all, especially some of y'all young cats, are really missing this one big time. There seems to be a consistency among some males, and I'm saying males instead of men, because you stink, is that if you overgroom yourself, you're being feminine. And while there are levels of grooming yourself, smelling good is something that you definitely do not need to stay away from. Um, Nobody wants an unpleasant smell around them, and especially women. But when you take the time to make yourself smell good, you're adding another sense that you're making positive to the ladies. Let me tell you what I'm talking about real quick. Now, if you know me, you know I'm trying to I make this channel about being a better man, being a better person, and presenting yourself as best you can. Some of my biggest topics. Um, and I'm catering through the eyes of somebody who's been most of their life a 4 out of 10 by sight with women. Um, when it comes to looks, I've been on average, slightly below average, but I've had good success. One, because of my conversational skills, something I pride myself on, but also presenting yourself as best as you can. Now, of course, you know, there's other things, and I've talked about that, which is, working out, dressing better, uh, giving yourself just a little accessories, a little distractions, a little bling, a little ooh shiny. Um, but people underestimate sense of smell. Whenever you add a layer of smell, okay, first of all, just let's let's go to the one extreme, which is stinking. Stinking is going to be a turn off, even if you're good looking. So, if you're a good looking dude and you're smelling, you're going to have some serious issues. You could look like Michael B. Jordan, but if you stink, you're not going to get the same effects because everything, especially with women, adds or subtracts from your attractive score. Um, you can repulse with that smell, and I mean, there's levels again. There's levels of over grooming, but if you take the time to make sure that one, you take that score and you move it down. Like, nobody wants to be around somebody stinking flies all over your booty hole and all that type of stuff. Um, and I'm sure that you've seen growing up or going to school, people who smelled bad were made fun of and neglected and that, all that type of thing. Now, of course, taking care of yourself, when you went to the gym or you played ball and you're getting sweaty, don't try to talk to girls right after that, bro. Now, being really good looking is going to get you through some of that, but if you're part of my audience, you probably don't look the best, so you don't want to have anything taken away from your score other than this. That's not necessary, because being smelly will definitely subtract um, from the experience. Now, here's what I've happened to me on the good side. Let's say there's been times where I've been walking, me and my cousins, me and my brothers, or whatever, and we'll go past a group of women, and they might not even they might see me in the distance, and they might not even pay attention to me, but then they'll get up on me and they'll get a whiff of whatever I'm smelling, and they'll be like, "Oh, you smell good." So that smell, um, that smell will draw them in. Now, you don't want to go heavy cologne because there's also over cologning, and because it depends. Because, like, especially if you're, let me get off track. I'll let me not get off track. But like, if a woman has their face pressed into your chest when you're handling business, if you know what I mean, it can make a difference. Walking past a group of girls and they smell you. Oh, you smell good. And it starts a conversation. Then you'll notice them checking everything else out about you. So even if you wasn't like what they was looking for physically, from a distance, by sight, having a pleasant smell will add to your score. Absolutely, positively, no doubt. Um, Now again, let me touch on what I was about to talk about. Um, I have had it where I did overdo it because there's levels. There's levels where you need to take it. There's there's the where you're trying to get your smell loud enough where it tracks from a distance. But like if you're, let's say you're going over to a girl's house that you've already sealed the deal. You're going over there to do what it do. You don't want to over cologne or over scent, because I've had, oh, you smell good turn into your cologne is really small. Your cologne is really strong when I'm on top of them and their nose is buried into my chest. So you won't balance if you're going out and about, depending upon what kind of clones you're using and how long they last. When you're going out and about, you want to give yourself a little leeway for one, whatever you're wearing, whatever scent you're wearing, to wear off over time, and you're going to be kind of nose blind to it if you spray yourself. When you spray yourself, and it depends upon what kind of products you use. For example, um, I'll use Bath and Body Works. If I'm using a certain scent, let's say I'm using like mahogany teak wood, I use the mahogany teak wood body wash in the shower or body scrub. Then I'll come out and I'll use the mahogany teak wood um, lotion, which has a smell to it. Then I'll put on some body spray and I'll put that under my arms, and that'll be my deodorant. Function as deodorant too. Then I'll put on like some cologne mist, which is light cologne. Um, Now that's if I'm going over to a chick's house. If I'm going out, the cologne is stronger and it lasts longer. Um, Now if I'm going straight to my shower to a chick's house, or she's I'm going straight from my shower to she's coming over, I might just do the body wash, um, body wash, um, body cream, and body spray, and call it a day. And I'll still get the, oh, you smell good when they get over to my crib or I go over to their crib. And that's what you want. When you're going out, you're going to have to smell stronger because, as you're out, especially if we're going to be out for, 2 to 4 hours, the stuff is going to get weaker over time. And it's going to take more, it's going to take more to have that oh, you smell good effect while they're passing. And that's what you want. That's what you're going for. So the important thing is to now I use Bath and Body Works. I'm not freaking sponsored by them, but it's something that I use. You can get the equivalent products from freaking Walmart or any place that has male fragrances. But you want to find you a balance of smelling good and having a strong enough smell to attract, and then also um, smelling good when you're going to be in the action, so to speak. Find your levels and experiment, and you will be so much farther off with the ladies, and you'll figure out what works best for you long term. Anyway, I hope this helps. Uncle Stepbro out.